Hello and good evening. I'm Joy Holt and this is the 18 WJTS News. A Saturday evening traffic stop along Interstate 69 in Daviess County led to the arrest of two Michigan men on multiple drug charges, including possessing cocaine. Indiana State Police say just after 8 p.m. Saturday, a trooper was patrolling I-69 near the 80-mile marker when he observed a dark-colored SUV traveling 92 miles per hour in the southbound lanes. The trooper was able to pull the vehicle over. While speaking with the driver, 40-year-old Jerome Middlebrooks of Pontiac, Michigan, the trooper could smell the odor of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle. When asked about the possibility of drugs in the vehicle, Middlebrooks' front seat passenger, 42-year-old Keon Jackson, also of Pontiac, produced a small plastic bag of marijuana from under his seat. Having probable cause to search the vehicle, the trooper, with the assistance of an officer with the Odin Town Marshal's Office, began searching the vehicle, eventually finding over 1 pound of what field tested positive as cocaine. Middlebrooks is charged with a level 2 felony count of dealing a Scheduled 1 controlled substance and possession of cocaine more than 28 grams, as well as a level 6 felony count of maintaining a common nuisance and a Class B misdemeanor count of possession of marijuana. Jackson, meanwhile, faces level 2 felony counts of dealing in a Scheduled 1 controlled substance and possession of cocaine more than 28 grams, as well as a level 6 felony count of maintaining a common nuisance and unlawful possession of a hypodermic syringe, along with a Class B misdemeanor count of possession of marijuana. Both Middlebrooks and Jackson were placed into custody without incident and were transported to the Daviess County Jail. In other news, this past Saturday afternoon at the Dave Bueller Plaza along the Patoka River, community members came together to share in the day's fun and friendly competition of the 7th Holy Trinity Cardboard Boat Regatta. There was music, food, face painting, and most importantly, cardboard boats manned by a combination of corporate associates, Boy Scouts, JCs, and even teachers. The Holy Trinity Cardboard Regatta celebrated its 7th annual fundraising event this year that took place along the banks of the Patoka River. The fundraiser was created as a fun and unique idea for Southern Indiana Hoosiers to enjoy and come together for a good cause. And it is just as it sounds, as those who enter are encouraged to be creative using only cardboard, duct tape, and glue. Jake Bauer, a member of the regatta committee who has been building boats for the regatta for the last few years, says it's all about how far your imagination can take you when designing a boat.
They're built entirely out of cardboard. If you look, you might see some PVC and some wood here and there. That's mainly for decoration, but the structure of the boat has to be made entirely out of cardboard, paint, glue, tape, just normal household products. You can spend as little as you want or as much as you want. I built a boat one year that cost almost $1,100 to build. That was crazy. There was 2 months of build time in that, but you can do whatever you want. It's wide open. The only real limitation is the length. They don't want anything over 21 feet long. We've built right up to the 21-foot level, and I've built some that were 10 foot long. So it's all in what you want. The imagination is set free on this.
As the regatta benefits Holy Trinity, it also serves as a way of community fellowship and family-friendly entertainment. This year's prayer before events kicked off was given by Holy Trinity Principal Tyler Lemon, who took the time to ask for grace to be shown by those who might find themselves at the winner's table. Lemon, who began his 2nd year as principal at Holy Trinity this month, was happy to be taking part in the day's events.
It benefits the community in that it's a fun-filled day. You know, Holy Trinity does benefit from it. We do receive funding, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really our time to be with the community, to be in the community, and just to have a fun time. And if you've never been, it is an absolute blast.
Awards are handed out for a plethora of titles, even including an award for the most spectacular sinking. This year was a record-setting event as Far Best Foods turkey boat came in weighing 400 pounds plus, and winners for the 3rd year in a row were Ruxer Ford Lincoln's boat that took home a first-place finish in the corporate category, with the Boy Scout Troop 185 receiving first place in their USS Durf boat for the general entry category. Congratulations goes out to all those who took the time to put together a boat and support a great cause. Here's to better engineering for next year. If you're traveling the Jasper City streets this week, be on the lookout as construction will be closing 12th Avenue and temporarily causing lane restrictions. Knies Construction closed 12th Avenue this morning at 7 a.m. at Kimball Boulevard for a waterline tap, and beginning tomorrow, Tuesday, August 15th, Knies Construction will implement a lane restriction in the eastbound lane of 12th Avenue, just west of Kimball Boulevard. This lane restriction is very likely to be in effect through August 23rd. Also on Tuesday of this week, the Jasper Street Department, along with the Indiana Railroad Museum, will be closing South Clay Street between 2nd Street and 1st Street at the railroad track crossing. That area will be shut down beginning at approximately 8 a.m. and will be closed till 4 p.m. weather permitting. The department says this closing is to allow for repairs at the railroad crossing. Motorists wishing to reach businesses south of this location may do so by accessing Clay Street via Wernsing Road. Otherwise, motorists are advised to avoid these areas during these times. As always, all city road work will be performed and completed barring inclement weather or any other unforeseen event. In state news, school corporations in the Hoosier State saw legislation passed this past session to provide financial flexibility that will be seen by the start of the 2019 school year. With more than half of the state's general fund dedicated to K-12 education, school funding is always an important topic for the Indiana General Assembly. This past legislative session, lawmakers passed House Enrolled Act 1009 to provide school districts with greater financial flexibility starting in 2019. District 48 State Senator Mark Messmer of Jasper says right now, school districts have some funds they can only use for specific purposes, giving them very limited flexibility with these dollars. By limiting the use of these funds into specific silos, many districts struggle with providing enough money for instructional costs. Messmer says House Enrolled Act 1009 eliminates these funding silos, providing school districts with the flexibility to use their revenue where their budget has shortfalls.
This law does not change how the revenue is collected by property tax levies, but does allow transfers between the money used for educational instruction and operating costs. House Enrolled Act 1009 will help schools send more money to the classroom, which will support Hoosier children and teachers, since districts won't be limited in using their money for a specific purpose. By allowing schools to pool the individual property tax levies into one fund for all non-instructional costs, schools will be able to better respond to shifting financial needs and priorities.
Messmer says the bill is a big step in giving school districts local control with the financial flexibility to meet their needs. Supporting students and teachers is most important for Hoosier lawmakers, and this new law will help funnel more money to aid in instruction. As always, you can contact Messmer's office directly with your questions and concerns by email at senatormessmer@iga.in.gov or by phone at 1-800-382-9467. The American Red Cross is urging blood donors to give in the final weeks of summer to help overcome a chronic summer blood shortage. In August, regular donors may delay giving as final summer vacations are planned and back-to-school activities ramp up. To fully meet the needs of hospital patients in the coming days and weeks, donations are urgently needed from new and current donors. To help reduce wait times, donors are encouraged to make appointments and complete the Rapid Pass online health history questionnaire at redcrossblood.org/rapidpass. Upcoming blood donation opportunities for the month of August are listed on the screen and can be found at our 18WJTS.TV website. Community partners play a vital role in maintaining the blood supply as the Red Cross relies on community partners to help ensure a sufficient blood supply for patients. About 80% of blood donations made to the Red Cross are through blood drives set up by community organizations, groups, and businesses such as Suburban Propane. To become a community partner by hosting a Red Cross blood drive, please visit their website at redcrossblood.org for more information. Jasper City Community Projects have seen another gracious donation as Hoosier Hills Credit Union representatives met with Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz, pledging to a 3-year commitment of sponsorship to the tune of $30,000. The donation will be directed toward the sponsorship of community projects, including Jasper Leads Community Fund Drive. The Community Fund Drive was launched through the combined efforts of the Jasper Community Arts Commission and the Jasper Public Library Board, who plan to construct a Jasper Cultural Center for the library and arts and assist in ongoing program development. The project also supports the renovation of the historic Astor Theater and the refurbishing of the current Jasper Arts Center for additional quality arts programming. Hoosier Hills President and CEO George McNichols is looking forward to both the cultural and economic growth the Community Fund Drive will support. He says part of the mission at Hoosier Hills is to be better for their members by making a positive difference in the community. He said he appreciates the efforts of the Jasper Community Arts Commission and that of the Jasper Public Library and is pleased to have the opportunity to partner in their success. Indiana's electric cooperatives and their statewide magazine, Electric Consumer, are currently accepting applications for awards that recognize the community spirit of Indiana's youth. The Youth Power and Hope Awards program honors Indiana's students in 5th through 8th grades who are leaders in their communities. 5 winners will be selected to participate in a special community service-focused symposium on November 11th at the Indianapolis Children's Museum, featuring former Indiana Fever star Tamika Catchings, and will travel to Indianapolis in December to attend a special program in their honor. In addition, winners will be featured in Electric Consumer. Du Bois Rural Electric Cooperative CEO Don Book says one of the founding principles of the Du Bois Rural Electric Cooperative is a commitment to community. He says they are proud to be a part of recognizing the community service efforts of their youth. Past award recipients include students who have initiated a coat drive for the underprivileged, supported patients at Riley Hospital for Children, worked with special needs children, volunteered at local animal shelters, and raised money for the American Cancer Society. Applicants must submit an application, examples of how they have been involved in their local communities, and a reference letter from a trusted adult. That's been a look at your news here on 18 WJTS. Stay tuned. We have your weather outlook and 5-day forecast coming up, followed by Kurt Guxell with your local sports action. Then it's Bill Potter on Inform. That's all next right here on 18 WJTS.